Work. 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 It worked! It's capturing it. We're not crashing. Here we are. Meet our wonderful girl here. If the graphics were good, better, I mean, you'd see a lot more. But we got our wonderful girl here now. She's got a bit more colour in her face. She's got white eyes now. And she's got the lovely silver hair.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
That I am.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Where is Duncan's tent? I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
To the mages, okay. Do you mind telling me about Ostica?
Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Right. Is there anywhere to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Bit to the northwest. I'm not going to be able to do directions, my friend. What about the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does.
Right, the Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Yeah, I kind of hear dogs barking. Tell me there's more of my hounds here.
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Oh, poor doggies! I want to ask you something
Go
else.
on, then.
Where is Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now. Good luck to you, then.
Well, since we know where everything is. Do I remember anything that guy just told me? Absolutely not. I'm assuming this is Duncan's tent, because it's got a silver knight. I did mess with armors. So all of the true Grey Wardens should have the Grey Warden armor from one of the games. It's either Inquisition or number 2. I think it was number 2. Hang on, where's Jay? It's Jay. Joining the Wardens. Okay. I've got to go that way. I want to look around first. Oh, they're dead.
Look carefully, men. This wretched thing is a darkspawn.
Okay, it's a darkspawn. We don't care.
Smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Right. We're in for hell when we come to fight them, then.
Go without
Win!
Greetings, young
I
lady.
know you.
You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be joining the fight beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You've faced the Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Not much, to be frankly honest. I know the fade is where you go when you dream.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Don't you have any proper advice? Wow. No. I'll just kill every Darkspawn I see. At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
My friends,
He does, but I'd rather
Back
talk to
again.
you.
Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go. I have preparations to make for the battle, and I won't be distracted.
Yeah, alright, okay, yep. Fine. Just want to look around, that's all.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Yep. Templars.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take
Smooth,
that
mate,
quiet
smooth.
glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad. Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
And who are you?
The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Oh, he must be the other one. What do you know about the ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
That doesn't surprise me, so... Well, that wouldn't frighten me.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch your back if you watch mine. They're forcing you to be here?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
Good point. You carry on then. You continue your duty. That's the war council. I'm gonna go this way and say hi to Alistair. Alistair, darling.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Wait, did you be calling me a fool?
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange man. I know exactly what you mean. That's a terrible thing to say. I know exactly. You're a very strange man. I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Alistair. I can't prepare on my own. Pleased to meet you. My name is Alistair.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women in the Wardens, do you? Probably because we're too smart for you. I can handle myself better than most. How about you stop thinking of me as a woman? Yeah, no, probably because we're too smart.
True, but if you're here,
I'm gonna sneeze.
what does that make you?
Just one of the boys?
Sad, isn't it? So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
So curious, have you ever encountered a Darkspawn before? Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The circle is here at the king's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
That would be awkward.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
If I can find an applause as well, that would be nice. Oh god, okay. So I got two sounds that I gotta find. An applause sound and a bless you sound. Okay. I'll write it down. You don't have to accompany me, do you? What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
I've met Davith.
Right, that cutpurse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later.
I look forward to travelling with you.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
There we got Alistair. Alistair, can I talk to you one-on-one?
Yes?
You don't really have to accompany you. Tell me a little bit. Yes, tell me a little bit about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
You don't really have to accompany. You fondly with Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Maybe Duncan thought you'd be useful.
Or maybe he just happens to be a good man.
Or that. I have a few questions to ask. Oh, good. I can ask a lot more. Great, perfect. The Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
Everything. What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
So they're knights. Heroes.
I don't know if I go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
You don't sound so sure about that. I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the white cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
We don't know much about Caitlin just yet. So the Grey Wardens have the right to recruit anyone, yes? They practically
King Marek,
well do.
Kalen's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
Did you over-recruit? They got exiled from Ferelden for over-recruiting.
You want to ask me about something else?
Probably this blight Duncan mentioned.
Of course.
What about it? So, what is a blight? Where do darkspawns come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
Both. Both. They aren't the same thing?
They seldom are.
Give me the truth, then.
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
And what's the Chantry's version?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men, and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker, and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
You can tell he's had that ingrained into his mind, can't you? He must have heard that a many billion times. So that was the first blight.
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another blight.
So where is the Archdemon for this blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground.
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
Oh, I remember now. If you play a dwarf, you actually get to see that. I remember now. Okay, so an archdemon, what exactly is it?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Okay, why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
Ooh.
Of course.
Okay, how do Grey Wardens defeat blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
Dragons. Yes, all of the dragons. Give me all of the dragons. How did anyone even know about this blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining. If you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
Bit obvious. Pointing out the obvious there, Alistair. Just how many Darkspawn are out there?
Thousands. Tens of thousands. They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
That's like me once. Big dragons, big fire. Oh, yes. Give me all of the big fire.
You want to ask me about something else?
Yeah, what haven't I asked about yet? Tell me about Duncan, the joining ritual. Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden. Which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He practically saved my life. I'd rather keep my thoughts myself. He seems like a kind man if, Yeah, I owe him as well. He saved me.
That sounds familiar. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
The joining ritual, actually.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
You want to ask me about something else? Sorry, it's the way he says it. This upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tern Loghain who should be looking to win it, not the king. Caelan just wants his place in history. The Tern is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
Ooh. And how much exactly will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
Why am I here? Why is it happening here, of all places?
We're at the edge of the Kokari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
And what exactly are our chances of success?
I'm sure Tern Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
And what exactly if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tern really seems to believe this is a real Blight, however.
Yeah, that's where I think there's going to be a disaster.
You want to ask me about something else?
Right, I have no more questions now.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Alistair's given us the entire lowdown of everything. Perfect. Duncan!
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the maids, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sajori, a knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
Can we get on with this? I'm Alyssa. Pleased to meet you.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what do we need Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Well, you could have acquired some blood for not before now. Finally, some action. Go into the wilds. Okay, and what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood. What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Wise. And what if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed but have not held true.
How will we find this archive? Yeah, how will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Okay. Right, find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
We gotta get 3... was it 3 vials of Darkspawn blood? Oh, we're off. Well, guys, handle those that are close. I'm gonna shoot the ones that are far behind. And apparently miss a lot. Whoops. I'm just gonna be a loot goblin again. I should really look to see if there was like a loot all mod or something. Oh, they're dead. They're very dead. He is almost dead. Good God.
Is that Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up at least. We don't have time for this. We can take you back? Yeah, my girl's that kind of a noble girl. She'd just be like, yeah, we can take you back.
Bandage me up. I can get back myself.
I have bandages in my pack.
See, Alistair's already on the job. It's fine.
I've got to get out of here.
Good luck and avoid the wolves.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
My friend, you already sounded like an absolute coward. You sound like a coward to me.
I am simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
A bit of fear isn't unnatural, you know. Few relish meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't.
I'm the only man here. I'm looking forward to killing them. I didn't say that I did. You relish meeting Darkspawn? No, I don't. I didn't say that I did.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Jory, come on, my friend. Just grow some balls. You'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. Maybe. Oh, speaking of Darkspawn. Found them. I think. Get rid of the ranger. Oh, there's 4. Never mind, there's 4. Are you guys not going to go and fight them? No, I'm just gonna shoot them and get my ass kicked. Okay. I've used up my ice arrows. Okay, now I know that. There we go. Oh, there's more. Can you guys please go kill this thing? I'll run out of arrows by the time you get there. There we go.
As you desire.
Right, that's 1 blood. A vial of blood, I mean. My brother's meant to be out here somewhere. Where's Fergus?
Lovely.
Where's my brother? Ooh, death root, give me. Oh, that's hanging men. Oh, lovely. That's lovely.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
I definitely will. Thank you for letting me know. Journal. Okay. Tainted blood. Warden's catch. Mark that as out. Bring the strange flower to the kennel master. Okay, so recover the treatise from the Grey Warden cache. Where the heck be that? It's somewhere that way. I don't like this. There looks like 2. Hold on, we're going this way. Where? There's only... Technically, there's 2. Oh, I'm blocked. How am I blocked? There we go. Now we're not. Come on, we gotta kill him. Oh boy. Okay. No. Hold on. Super swords.
Let's grab some glory.
You leave Alistair alone, my friend. Oh. Is that jewelry? No, that's not jewelry.
Well, well. What have we here?
Morrigan!
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
Oh, I love Morrigan. Oh, I love Morrigan. Yeah. If only I played a male character, I'd so answer. Anyways, I am neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower. And just how are these your wilds? I would just know who you are and where you are from. Where you come from. Where did you come from? Saber. I don't know what to pick, 1 or 2. I would first know who you are and where you come from. Yes, number 3.
You are the intruder here. I believe the first question is rightfully mine. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Women do not frighten like little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
Sorry, I get giddy when it comes to Morrigan. You can call me Alyssa. Promise you won't harm us? I'm Alyssa. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Oh, face the console. She's toying with us. Let's go. Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird-talking log, perhaps?
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads.
Alright, I say we go with her. Tell us more about your mother first. I want an honest answer. Are you a witch of the wilds? Why are you interested in helping us? No, my girl's not going to question anything. She's like, say, we're going with her.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
No, she
If
won't.
the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
Who cannot love Morrigan?
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Oh,
Quiet,
shut up.
Dareth. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your woman's mind give you a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as these boys do?
I might have a different viewpoint. I'm no fool if that's what you're asking. I'm not sure what to believe. I believe you're crazy and possibly dangerous. No fool is if that's what you're asking.
Well, if you must protest so quickly, perhaps I need not ask. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded witch of the wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Thank you for telling me. What do you mean the threat is greater than they realize? How do you know all this? I'm sure they'll be eager to act on your advice. Thank you for returning them.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. Oh, do not mind
like
me.
stockings.
You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
No, but that means we gotta... No! But I want Morrigan! I want more Morrigan!